Hello, class. Moving on to chapter 5, when it talks about earnest money. Um, Earlier in the book, if you've read through any of the preface of the book is about 21 pages. It goes into a little bit of history about these real estate contracts, and um, in years past, these real estate contracts were called earnest money contracts, and uh, when you're dealing with some agents, in your career, they may even still refer to them as earnest money contracts. The reason for that is um, at one point in time, earnest money was a requirement. Earnest money was a requirement for a real estate contract to be valid or to be effective or to be even enforceable. Um, in recent years, however, earnest money, a dollar amount, is not a necessity for the contract to be valid. However, realistically, when you're dealing with buyers and sellers, in order for a buyer to be mm, taken seriously, I guess it would be the best word for it, there has to be earnest money, or there needs to be earnest money. Chapter 5 in your book goes into a kind of a sliding scale of earnest money amounts, earnest money limits, that basically says the more expensive the property is, the more earnest money there needs to be put up. Earnest money is negotiable. The There is no set amount. However, you might not want to put a $500 earnest money deposit on a three or four or $500,000 property. You might want to encourage your buyer to increase that amount somewhat to basically illustrate to the seller that they're serious. They have all the intentions of buying this property, and they have the financial means to do so. So, um, but from a logistical standpoint, whenever the agent is sitting down with a buyer, you're going to collect two checks from that buyer. One is going to be the earnest money. The earnest money check is always made payable to the title company. So whatever title company that you anticipate using, that is who that check needs to be made payable to. The amount of that check needs to match what is in the dollar amount in paragraph 5. Um, the second check they're going to collect is the option fee check. And we'll talk about options a little bit later. I think there might be a video on a little further down that talks about option periods and option fees. But to clear up confusion regarding business days or days after the effective date for the earnest money to be submitted to the title company, uh, the Real Estate Commission has attempted to clarify that in paragraph 5 of the sales contract. And basically, um, the time allowed for the agent to remit the earnest money into the title company does not count um, Saturday, Sunday, or legal holidays. Um, Essentially, the agent has 2 business days to remit 3 business days. Apologies for that. 3 business days for the agent to remit that earnest money into the title company, not including Saturdays, Sundays, and legal holidays. Legal holidays would be like an example of that would be Christmas Day or New Year's Day or July the 4th, things like that. Days that we all basically know the title company is not going to be open. So the Real Estate Commission did attempt to clarify that. So I would encourage the buyer's agent, the buyer's agent, you're in possession of this earnest money, that you get the earnest money and a copy of the executed contract into the title company as soon as possible, even though you do have 3 business days. So, anyway, I hope that clarifies um, chapter 5. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me through Canvas or a text message. Thanks a lot.